Hello everyone, Liam from Royal Miniatures here. Just wanted to first of all wish you a happy Christmas. A few days before Christmas Day now. I'm just getting my stuff ready to go back to my parents' house to see my parents and my brothers. Getting a few hobby related things together so I can do a bit of painting over the Christmas period and put a few things together. But I'll be just travelling light with that respect. But yeah, just wanted to wish everyone a happy Christmas, and I hope you have a really great time over the holiday with your friends and family. Um, don't eat too much and fall asleep straight after your Christmas dinner. That's what I usually do. So yeah, just a quick video, as I say, winding down before Christmas now. Sort of looking forward to the new year and some new challenges and some new ideas and projects that I have. So just wanted to kind of give a little channel update and just also talk about some of the books that I've been reading at the moment. So I'm really been digging the sort of like Renegade Space Marines and Chaos Space Marines at the moment, just sort of their point of view. So I'll touch on that first. I've been reading the Night Lords Omnibus by Aaron Dembski Bowden. So I've just finished the first book, which is Soul Hunter, and then the two that follow that are Blood Reaver and Void Stalker. But these basically follow the Night Lords. Like I said, I'm not too far into the second book yet, but essentially it kind of these books are wonderful for sort of fleshing out the like Chaos Space Marines in a way that if you just played the tabletop and you just read the the little short stories in like White Dwarf or the codexes, or even you kind of go online on Lexicanum and stuff, like you don't really get the sort of the true like feel for what they actually are. I wouldn't say it humanizes them, obviously, because they're not humans, but it superhumanizes them, if in a sense. No real spoilers or anything, but it's really interesting to see from the sort of the Night Lord's point of view, and even individual characters within the Night Lords. What's driving them and what's keeping them going. What's their thoughts on the heresy and like where they are now. The Legion's like a shadow of its former self, and it's falling apart. It's obviously the Conrad Kurz, the Night Haunter. He was killed. Back in the heresy, and they're sort of like leaderless, just like floating among the stars in various different war bands. And then I've been getting through the Fabius Bell trilogy by Josh Reynolds. So I've read the first one, which is Primogenitor, and I'm reading Clone Lord now. But again, that's the same thing again. It sort of, it really gives a sense of, I don't know, it's like, but if you just play tabletop, like as I've said, and read the lore, the Chaos Space Marines just seem to be these like, super evil, like like super villains, like, they're just evil for the sake of being evil. They're all just like crazy, deranged, psychotic, like killing machines. They just want to destroy everything, like ultra nihilist, like and you almost can't, like, you don't really get into the heads as so what is actually driving them. Reading these books, you realize that like not all of them have really given themselves to chaos. That some, for example, in the Night Lord, in the Night Lord's book, it follows the sort of the main character and his like squad, and like even within his squad there's like different sort of like levels of like fallen to chaos. Like there's people in his squad that were just fed up with the Imperium. They seen through it, they thought it was a lie, and they wanted to, they realised everything the Emperor had done from their perspective was built on a lie, and the whole Imperial truth was just like null and void, and they just were rebelling against that rather than actually like aligning themselves with like chaos gods or giving themselves to chaos. And then within some of the other characters in even in the same squad, there's like people there's Astartes that are like further down the path to like they've like made pacts with demons, or they've made pacts with the chaos gods, and like they're already like killing in the name of like the blood god or whatever. The captain that leads them is like is fully demonically possessed, and he's actually like struggling to fight the actual demon from inside him to like that's now sharing his body from like basically taking over him. So there's like the sort of levels within it, and especially with like the Night Lords, I just always assumed this like terror tactics, like they were just like crazed killers, psychos, murderers, and it's like it's not like that at all. It's like that's the kind of was the they were used as a weapon by the Emperor for these like terror tactics to just like strike at the heart of like enemies, and just basically make them surrender before they even they even fought a battle sometimes. But yeah, so not too many spoilers there. But same with in the Fabius Bile trilogy, you're dealing with a lot of chaos renegades, which really fascinates me. I like this whole like the kind of like where we have like chaos space marines, but they're not they're not all just pure just deranged psycho chaos worshipping like monsters. There's some of them are just like, we just had enough. Even within the legions, there's one of the main characters in the first book in the Fabius Bile trilogy is he's kind of just as Fabius Bile actually is almost just Fabius Bile himself is kind of stepped away from the Emperor's Children. He doesn't even. He just thinks it's. He just wants to do his what he calls his great work, and just carry on, being Fabius Bile. And you've got the main character who's sort of, positioning himself to lead part of the Emperor's Children. One of the companies of old, trying to get it back together, and he wants to get Fabius Bile to sort of like use him as a catalyst to reignite it and everything, even though it's like it's the Legion is just shattered and whatever. But it's when you see some of them that like they kind of they don't paint their armor anymore, and their armor's just like chipped off, and it basically doesn't have any colours. They're not really aligned, some of them, with a chapter or or a legion or a warband or whatever. They're just kind of like doing their own thing. They're just basically renegades. So the whole I really do find that part of it fascinating, whereas like from an imperial perspective, if you was it was Imperium, it would be they were all heretics, and they're all chaos worshipping, and they're all just basically like lost souls, and they deserve everything they get. It's like there's kind of levels within that yeah, they may have turned their back on the Imperium, but not all of them are indulgent in or even really like chaos. It's just that's or worship the chaos gods. It's just that's kind of where because they fell out of the Imperium, they've just kind of fell into that, and that's now, where they've made the bed sort of thing. So yeah, I'm gonna try and finish the Night Lords trilogy over Christmas, and hopefully finish Clone Lord, which is the second book in the Fabius Bal trilogy. That's my little reading goal. And other than that, I'm just painting a lot of Necrons and Black Templars at the minute, which is, to be honest, I'm really liking it. I love the new Necron models, and Black Templars are the sort of like my favourite legion. So need to get some more videos out on that. I'm just sort of like really honing my style, and just working on a bunch of different sort of like slight nuances, especially with the Black Templars. Like I'm not doing it in a kind of like, strictly just black and white Black Templar style. Like my idea for Black Templars was that each one of them was an individual sort of like, Space Marine knight, like they were all crusaders in their own right. So they all have like personal heraldry, and I didn't want them all to just look the same. I think they should all kind of fit in but look slightly different. So I'm working on a few different things with, different shoulder trims on the shoulder pads, and looking at where I can put sort of, iconography and heraldry on them and all that kind of stuff. So it's pretty cool. Sort of added that to my sort of all my sort of weathering and dirtied up, battered armor damage and all the rest of it. It's it's just getting through those, because I'm doing obviously the Imperium subscription. So just looking ahead to the new year, obviously I'm going to be churning out Black Templars and Necrons like nobody's business, but I wanted to really jump into something I've been wanting to do for a while. I'm putting a project together with a bunch of tutorials that I'm going to be doing and filming, which are going to feature like an element of kind of lore and background, and then my thinking of how I can make that come through onto the model in how I'm customizing and kit bashing and modeling it and converting it, along with the kind of the real like grim dark weathered battered style that I really love painting and modeling onto my miniatures. So for now I'm just going to call it the Impossible Project, because it will be something which truly never gets finished. In one lifetime would not be able to complete this challenge, I don't think, but you'll see. Just to give a little clue or a little teaser, I'm going to be starting with the first founding chapters, so I'll just leave it at that. I'm kind of coming up with like a system and a format where I can kind of move on from one chapter to the next chapter, so to speak. That's all I'm going to say at the moment on that. So so that's going to be my focus in the new year, and other than that, I'm just trying to in the new year want to get to like my videos looking a bit more professional, so expect some nice thumbnails, and I'm going to get a proper logo done for Rogue Miniatures and all that kind of stuff. And so that's my little channel update, hobby rant. As I say, just a quick video today, winding down for Christmas, and I hope you guys are all winding down for Christmas as well, and looking forward to having a great time. And just one last thing, like obviously there's a lot going on in the world right now, which I won't go into, but however you think and whatever you feel about it, just remember everyone else is going this through this too. So, you know, this is a time when we really need to kind of, you know, stick together. And, you know, the media and, you know, politics is really kind of trying to divide us all at this point. And whatever your standpoint, just remember that everyone's just trying to do the best, and you know, just be kind and be respectful of your fellow humans at this time, because, you know, it's easy for people to kind of be polarized, let's say. So yeah, so have a great Christmas, and I will see you in my next video, which will pretty much be in the new year, if not just before. So have a good one. See you later.